Hello and welcome. My name is Cassandra, aka the Prosperous Heart, owner of www.ProsperousHeart.com, and I have a question for you today. Do you know how to be a great CEO? Well, I just found something that's really amazing. If you are an entrepreneur or if you are a CEO, you're probably looking, hey, how's it going? You're probably looking for ways to grow, right? Grow in your business, grow in perhaps in your job. Well, I am always on the lookout for ways to help me do that. And one of those is something called Mentor Box. And they actually have something called Entrepreneur Academy. But regardless, it is a subscription that for like $7 a month, they teach you specific things. So for the Entrepreneur Academy, they teach you how to be a CEO, how to be a better CEO, an effective CEO. And I wanted to share with you what I learned today because I was honestly shocked. In my business, it's a social media management agency. I was going through different trainings and I purchased Ty Lopez's training. It's a certification program for it. And it was through him that I first heard about Mentor Box and an Entrepreneur Academy. I finally recently got a subscription, and so I started looking through it, and that's why today is Entrepreneurial Sunday. So, how to be a great CEO? Let's just go ahead and dive right in. So, it's basically two different types of mindsets, right? You have to be or two different types of things to keep in mind. You have to be an entrepreneur. You have to have the mindset of an entrepreneur in order to be an effective CEO. And the reason if I'm not looking on camera is because I have lots of notes. Oh, excuse me, knocking my crown off my head there. So I want to be on to the point and be fast on this. So every CEO must think like an entrepreneur. And every entrepreneur must think like a CEO. It's kind of like goes hand in hand because the ultimate responsibility of a CEO is something. Everyone is responsible for something. So for example, you could be the CEO of your life or your business or your relationship with your partner or your friendship, whatever. You are the CEO of that subject. So that's your responsibility, whether it's your job or your team, whatever. So you are the CEO of your life. You are the ultimately responsible for what happens. Let me just see if I can move this and make this a little easier so I don't have to keep looking off like way off camera. Oh, that's better. Okay. So, yeah, there we go. All right. So, as I was saying, you're responsible for the trajectory of your life. So, if you learn how to be a CEO, you'll be a better CEO in all aspects of your life. So, two questions you have to ask yourself as a CEO. First of all, what are you the CEO of? What are you ultimately responsible for? You are ultimately responsible for your actions, your emotions, your thoughts. And that is just you as a person. Now, depending on what it is that you are trying to focus on to be a CEO of, let's say that you are spending time to focus on being a CEO of your job or your business, then there are other aspects to that project that you have to focus on. So, can you be simultaneously CEO of a lot of things? Of course, because you are the CEO of your life, your relationship, etc. So this very reason, because you are the CEO of everything that you have jurisdiction over, it's so important to know how to be a great CEO in order to improve on those aspects. So second question to ask is, would you be fired as the CEO of whatever project that you are looking to get a better grasp on? So some people might say, well, how can I be fired from my own job? Think of it this way. If your hero, let's say that your entrepreneurial hero, your CEO hero was Steve Jobs. If he came, and I know he's no longer with us, but if he came and took over your position as CEO of your life, could he do a better job? So those are the two questions. What are you the CEO of, and would you be fired as CEO? So if you want to know if you're a good CEO, if you did not answer yes if you did not answer no to number 2 and you could not answer number 1, you are not a good CEO of whatever project you are currently in that role for. So what are the 3 roles that a CEO plays to be an effective CEO? So first of all, they are an effective entrepreneur, and I'll talk about that here in a second. Hey Jeanette, hey Sanjay, thanks for joining. So you have to be an effective entrepreneur, you have to be an effective executive, and you have to be an effective human, and I'll touch on that here in a second. So to be a great CEO, you must be well-rounded in all 3 areas. Now, you might be a good CEO if you are good in 1 or 2, but to be a great one, you have to be well-rounded in all 3. Now, especially number 3, people underestimate the necessity of being an effective human. So a lot of times in this day and age, hey Robin, thanks for joining. A lot of time in this day and age, we forget how to be human. We're about deadlines, we're about getting things done. We are focused on, the end result, and we forget to be courteous. We forget that there is somebody else on the other end of that telephone line. So, it's so important to have all 3 of those elements. Now, a great CEO, there's 3 things that a great CEO is able to do. Number 1, they are able to build amazing teams. Number 2, they have effective communication. And number 3, they are able to inspire others. So, are you good at conveying your passion? Are you good at conveying your ideas and expressing, what it is that you're trying to come across? If not, this is something that you can work on to become a better CEO in that project that you're looking to grow. So, what is an entrepreneur exactly? An entrepreneur is constantly creating, experimenting, testing new ideas and products. So an entrepreneur is a marketer. An entrepreneur is someone who might be creating training programs or tweaking ads or, looking for ways to improve upon and create more products, more services to help benefit people and the like. So that's basically what an entrepreneur is, according to Alex Mayer and MentorBox. So a CEO is not just someone managing, owning a company. They have to be part of all those roles. So what is the job of an entrepreneur? A job of an entrepreneur is 3 things: imagine, create, and test and experiment. So you have to imagine something that's going to come to some market. You have to create it or find someone to create it. And then you have to test and experiment, see what works, see what target market works for whatever it is that you're trying to promote in the marketplace. And you have to test, because that's what marketing is testing. See what copy, what images, what videos the people that you're looking to sell to help improve whatever aspect they're looking to improve. That is what you have to do. So those are the 3 jobs of an entrepreneur. Now, what is your aim as an entrepreneur? You need to be aiming to be one in every aspect of life, because if you are looking to have a better job, a better relationship, have more of something in your life, you have to be trying new ideas. You have to be trying new approaches and creating new products. If you're an entrepreneur, like an entrepreneur who's selling things, who's generating income, and to see what works. Now, if it's in relationships, trying something new, going through a relationship building program with your significant other would be part of that. So if, according to Alex Mayer, right, MentorBox, if you are being innovative in any way, you are an entrepreneur. And I love this explanation of an entrepreneur, because you can start to see that when you are being innovative in your job, in a relationship, whatever, you can see that you are finding ways to solve issues. You're being innovative, right? So again, I've already said that you constantly innovate in order to get ahead. Now, something else that he said was being an entrepreneur means having a mindset that nothing is ever set in stone, right? So things are constantly changing in the universe anyway. So assuming that Facebook will always have Facebook ads this way, or the education system will always be this way. If you have that mindset, you are not being an entrepreneur. You are not looking for innovation. You are not looking ways to stay ahead. Hey, Brian. Hey, Jeremy. Thanks for joining. So you want to find ways to constantly innovate and become better in whatever areas you're looking to be the CEO of, right? So the job of an executive is to come up with strategies and tactics. That is their job. However, as I said before, you have to be an entrepreneur as well as an effective human in order to be a great CEO. So everything changes over time. So without creativity and adaptability, you are going to be left behind. And then again, for those who are just joining, I'm looking off camera at my notes to make sure that I stay on point and don't ramble on. So a great CEO is not just about strategy, though. As I said before, they need to be able to recruit, to inspire people, to move things, build effective teams. And regardless of your personality, because while most CEOs are extroverts, there are a lot of CEOs who are introverts. So regardless of your personality, you must learn how to interact with people, which is the human side, being an effective human. You need to learn how to speak to people, how to make sure that you know that you are aware of your tone when speaking to people. I have been guilty of this myself, where I might be trying to explain something and not necessarily anything that they're doing. It's just in my head, I'm explaining it, but I don't recognize that my tone is there. So it might come out very robotic, and I might seem angry or I might seem frustrated, but it's not that at all. So you need to be aware of your tone, how you speak to people, the words that you say, right? Because words are very powerful. So you want to be an effective human. Now, the other part of being an effective human is being able to tell stories. Facts tell, stories sell. So being a great CEO means you have to be an entrepreneur. You have to, an effective entrepreneur. You have to be an effective executive with strategy and tactics. And you have to be an effective human by being able to tell a good story, by being able to interact and engage with people. And you need to have the mindset of mastery in your craft and the like. So why are you doing what you're doing? Human side. Why should people listen to you? You've got to be able to tell a story. So some questions to ask yourself when you are focusing on being a CEO of whatever it is in your life, your job, your business, your relationship, whatever. Questions to ask. Number 1, am I being creative? Am I being innovative? Am I looking to grow and make things exciting? Right? So number 2, am I executing, thanks for the love. Am I executing effective strategies? The executive part, right? And then number 3, am I articulating a relatable story around the project that I'm working on? Do they care? Do the people that I'm talking to, are they saying, so what? Or tell me more, right? So those are the 3 questions to ask when you are looking over a particular project and being the CEO for. So in wrapping this up, I'm going to share this with you really quickly. I hope it's not, it's backwards. Sorry about that. So a CEO is 3 parts. 1, entrepreneur. So you determine the what. You imagine, you create, you test, and you experiment and execute. You experiment. Number 2 is executive. So that's the how, the strategies and tactics. And then number 3 is the human, the effective human, the storytelling. So thank you so much for watching. This was Entrepreneurial Sunday. If you would like to know more about MentorBox and Entrepreneur Academy, again, it's like $7 a month for some incredible training on how to help you become more effective at life, let alone business, but life. If you want more information, say EA down below, and I'll get you that link. So have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.